Hello, I just wanted to give you guys a quick tutorial on how to open files that you've purchased from Embellishment Factory for Silhouette Studio. First, you're going to go to your desktop, open your Silhouette Designer Edition. This is version 3.3.451. As far as I can tell, this is the latest version. Okay, once you are open, you're just going to go to open here to bring in the new design and let everything load up. And it already prompts you with my last folder that I was working in. This is design 1344. This is going to be my Ice Princess design. It's a rather large file when you import it, so make sure you give your Silhouette a little bit of time to bring it all in. Right now I'm going to do the SVG document. Brought that in really good. We're going to look at the measurement of the whole box here. And right now this is a 13.284 by 28.152. I'm going to break this and select one of these little circles to just get an idea of how this is, what size this is imported at. Our designs all use 3.0 millimeters for the SS10 stones and 0.79 for our SS6 stones. So that's the measurements that I'm looking for. For the SS10 it's going to be 0.118. And for the SS6 is 0.79. Didn't mean to confuse you there. To break this, usually you can come down here and there's the ungroup. If that doesn't populate for you, as you can tell it's not highlighted there, you can go up here to Object, go down here to Release Compound Path, and we'll give that a second to work. And you'll see that it's got boxes around each of those little circles. So I'm just going to select off to the side because I don't need all of that. We're going to select our little circle. We see that what is supposed to be an SS10 and should be 0.118 inches is actually 0.094. So that's a little small. And this one was supposed to be our SS6, which is supposed to be 0.079, and it's 0.063. So with that, I want to make sure that my preferences for my importing SVG files are set. So I'm just going to go over to my, let's see, where was it? Editing. Go down here to Preferences, and you'll see Preferences load up here. We have our displaying and our import options. We're going to go over here and check our import options. We've got our GSD file type being imported as is, with the joining lines. We have our DXF files imported as is with the lines, and we have our SVG. So all that looks correct. I'm going to go ahead and check our display options up here just to make sure that there isn't anything in there that I can use to make sure that is not causing this to shrink upon importing. And that all looks fine. So I'm going to hit apply to make sure that all that's on there. With Silhouette, I have noticed over each time that they do an upgrade, their SVG files are come and go, meaning sometimes they import like they're supposed to, the correct size, but typically it ends up shrinking these SVG files of mine. So the good news is that there are two types of files that you can use in Designer Studio that I provide. You can use the SVG, which for some reason I have a hard time getting to import at the correct size. And then there's also the DXF, which usually is my fail-safe. It imports typically the right size every time. So with that being said, and my settings all where they should be, I'm going to just go ahead and create a new document and try my DXF file type. So I'm going to Open. It opens up the file that I was just in, which again is my Ice Princess design 1344, and here's the DXF file. I'm going to go ahead and import that and see how that does. And I kind of imported up here at the top of the screen, so I'm just going to scroll up a little bit. You'll notice that the DXF file type also imports in different colors, which when I save the files, the designs are usually in color, and then I separate them out by color. It's kind of nice that the DXF does kind of maintain that color integrity. You can kind of get an idea, although the colors that I saved this as are not the colors that it saved in DXF. With this being so large, I'm going to go ahead and zoom out just a little bit. But you'll notice that with your DXF, you can select individual boxes already. You don't have to do the ungroup or break path. So we'll just select our circle and see what it was. So this is correct. It imported the correct size. It's 0.118, which is what my SS10 stones are. And let me go ahead and check our SS6, make sure those imported correctly. That's correct. It's 0.079, which is what my SS6 stones are. With that being done, the only thing you have left to do is send this to your cutter. So you're just going to select the boxes that you want to work with and make sure you drag them down into your cutting mat. So with this, you'll just select your box completely and drag that all down here. And this box is ready for you to cut. Now I know that you can manipulate your cut mat size, and that's over here. Right now this is set as a 12 by 12. You can change this to kind of fit however many boxes you want to cut at one time. I hope that this helps you with importing designs from Embellishment Factory. If you do have any more problems, please don't hesitate to give me a call. I don't technically operate in Silhouette Studio, but I did buy the program so I can help a lot of my customers problem solve with the designs that they're using.